So it was just moments back that we updated you on the Indian side and its composition as far as the preparation for the Border Gavaskar Trophy is concerned. But now there's news from the other camp. That's the Australian camp. We're getting some news from the Australian camp now, and it's a big boost for Australia as far as their preparation for the Border Gavaskar Trophy is concerned. It's a big fitness update, and it's about this man that you see on the screen. The update being given by none other than Andrew McDonald, the Australian coach. The team, as we know, is preparing just on the outskirts of Bengaluru, a 2-hour drive down to this place called Allur, and they've been preparing there for the last couple of days now. They do intend to have another session tomorrow, after which it will be only on Monday when they travel to Nagpur for the first test, which starts on the 9th of February. But what's this fitness update? And Cameron Green, who's been injured and who's been on the sidelines for a good month and a half now, ever since he got injured in Sydney, well, there is an update on his fitness levels as well. So let's just, without wasting any more time, tell you what this update is all about and what exactly has Andrew McDonald told the reporters when he interacted with them after today's training session, which took place in Allur. So that's what Andrew McDonald, the Australian coach, had to say as far as the fitness of Cameron Green is concerned. Of course, he is a very pivotal player. He provides that perfect balance to the side, and they had to make do with him against South Africa after he got injured in the Boxing Day test match when he broke his finger in the right hand, and he's been on the sidelines ever since. And there were doubts whether or not he will be part of the squad, but he was drafted in the 18-member squad. He is traveling with the side. He is in India already, and now we have an update because he was in the nets today. He was bowling, he was batting as well, and that's what Andrew McDonald had to say as far as Cameron Green's fitness is concerned. He went ahead and said that Cameron Green has made some significant steps forward in the last couple of days. So there is still an outside chance that everything, if it goes well, that he might be on the team sheet. That's what Andrew McDonald had to say as far as Cameron Green's inclusion in the playing 11 is concerned. So not ruling out Cameron Green's inclusion, but we may not necessarily see him bowl a lot, because that's what he hinted as well while he was talking to reporters, that during the time that he was batting, the ball did hit the bottom of the bat and he did feel some sort of a jolt, but it was just a little bit of discomfort which any batsman could feel like. But what we are getting to learn at the moment is that he looks good to bat, but will he be able to do those long hours of bowling? That is something that the suspicion still revolves around. Which is why Cameron Green's inclusion is still subject to, you know, how exactly he sort of looks in a week's time from now, or just about 5 days, I would say. And like we told you just now, they are going to be in Allur for another camp tomorrow, and after which on Monday they'll be traveling. There was Pat Cummins as well, who spoke to the media, barring the Australian coach, and he was asked if Cameron Green's inclusion might just affect and what's the composition that he's looking at. He said that it's not necessary that, you know, there'll be a lot of focus on the spinners as is being projected. He says that they look forward to having a bowling unit that is capable enough of taking 20 wickets, and that's their target. So while there's a lot of talk around Nathan Lyon, Ashton Agar, Mitchell Swepson, there is also a Todd Murphy, remember, in the ranks. So all of these players are being highly talked about, but Pat Cummins, the skipper for the series, he says that it is indeed you know, all going to boil down to as to what the right composition for Australia is going to be like. So whether or not Cameron Green's available or not, whether or not you know, if there's anyone giving Nathan Lyon company, none of those things are known yet. But Ashton Agar looks like the candidate who could in fact be partnering with Nathan Lyon with the spin, you know, in the spin department, because that's what we saw happen in the series against South Africa as well. It was, remember, on the Boxing Day when we saw Cameron Green get injured. He's been getting treatment since then, couldn't take any more part in that series, and even though he did travel with the team and he was drafted in the 18-member squad, he's just begun to train recently, and he did some bowling and some batting sessions today. Looked good, and he's given promising signs, and that's where Australia have this huge fitness boost just ahead of the series. His inclusion, though, as far as is concerned, Andrew McDonald, the Australian coach, feels that there is still an outside chance. Remember, there is another player, though, that Australia are missing at the moment, and that is none other than Mitchell Starc. Starc also, much like him, got injured in the Boxing Day test. He has a torn ligament in his finger, and he's also been on the sideline since then. He, though, unlike him, unlike Mitchell Santner, Cameron Green, he joins the squad in Delhi, so he won't be around. He isn't around at the moment. He's only going to join ahead of the second test match, which will take place in the national capital. So that's as far as the fitness update and the whole Australian squad is concerned. That's the update that we have for you. We hope you liked this video, and let us know in the comment section how you feel Cameron Green as well as Mitchell Santner, beg your pardon, for some reason it's Mitchell Santner that's coming to my mind again and again, but Mitch Starc, how these two players could really be game changers. Let us know in the comment section below, and for now that's all the time that we have, and like we always tell you, do like, share and subscribe to Sports Today.